All right, so I don't know if there's anybody who's going to. All right, so I cut the first one because of the internet connection problem, but you can always watch the replay, however that is going to be. Technical issues are starting to becoming annoying, but this is the era that we live in. Technology is not absolute, so it's gonna have to come. All right, so where did I leave? I'm not sure, but anyway. Let's talk about how you can get more clients with the power of word of mouth, continuing from last few sentences. So I was talking about how you can incentivize your clients. So for example, you have a client that has purchased an offer. For example, you have a client whose name is Anne and purchased a website project with you. So for example, that project is worth $1,000, and that client is of course going to have to pay 50% down payment for that one. All right, so before you start any project, one way of protecting yourself is actually getting 50% of the total project cost to start the project. So that's just one way of protecting yourself. You can also have contracts and other things. But the thing with starting a project is you can ask them 50% or 30% of the total project cost. And for example, that specific Anne's a new client and being recommended by your old client whose name is John, then John is going to get $50 to incentivize him for recommending you to Anne. All right, so that's how it's going to go. Yes, Diana, you lost me. I had an internet connection problem, so there was that. So I'm not sure how it's going to look like on Facebook, on the Facebook page, because I restarted it and my software allowed me to resume to the broadcast. So I'm not sure how's that gonna go, if it's going to be two completely different videos or it's going to continue. I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, there's some internet connection problems. All right, so if you have questions with word of mouth, let me know. If you want to ask something or anything about freelancing, feel free to do so. The reason why I want to invite you to go live with me is because you have the power to ask me questions right on spot. It's not very convenient for me because sometimes there are questions that, there are still things that I still have to figure out. I'm not the 100% sure of 100%. I don't know everything about anything. So yeah, but regardless, I would like to help you as much as I can. So you can always ask me questions and clarifications if you have anything. All right, so yeah, this video is not going to be too long because I already wasted 30 minutes of my time there, and in my personal account rather, that was so, I cannot even express how disheartened I am that I had to create an entire 30-minute live broadcast, my personal account. Crazy, but whatever. All right, so do you have questions and clarifications? Let me know. And let's see, who are these 8 people that are watching me tonight? Comment and let me know where you are from, because usually I want to know if you're in Cebu or if you're in Manila or you're in Davao, because striptease, we're going to have live events next year. Yay! We're going to have to start live events next year already. I'm starting to plan it, but I am still looking to, what do you call this? I am still looking to have someone organize the event for me because I can't just randomly go to these places. We're going to have one in Manila, one in Cebu, and one in Davao next year. It's like going to be a tour. So for the entire month, I'm going to go around the Philippines, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, to do these events And we're going to invite speakers, of course. I can't just randomly go stand up in the crowd and like be alone there talking, but I have to have people with me who's going to share their knowledge as well. All right, so it's gonna be fun. And so we have Sheena from Tarlac, Rowena from Paranaque, and Mary Rose from Pasig. Ooh, that's like all Luzon. LA as in La Union. That's cool. Says Venus. We have one from Bulacan. That's all Luzon. That's crazy. Like all the northern part of the Philippines. All right, so that's really good to hear. I'm going to practice my Tagalog even more because I'm not really fluent with it. That's why you can probably see like all my videos are in English because I really suck at Tagalog. Even though my best friend is actually a Bicolana, we always talk in like Taglish or Bisaya sometimes because, you know, I grew up in Davao, living in Cebu currently, so I haven't really got to encounter people that are pure Tagalog. Alright, so going back to the topic, if you have questions about word of mouth, let me know, or basically anything about freelancing. Don't hesitate to ask me your question because this is your time to shine right now. This is actually why I'm doing live, because I want you to ask questions and so I can help you. And you know, you can do follow-up questions if you like, so it's going to be an open forum for everyone. All right, so just to review what you can do to use the power of word of mouth, the first one is, of course, build your very first client base. So that's the very first basic thing that you have to do, of course, because you're not going to have clients who's going to market for you if you don't have your first set of clients. All right, so you have to have your first set of clients. And the second one is, of course, you have to build genuine relationships. Okay, just don't go build don't go build relationships if you think it's not genuine, because people are going to feel that. Like, even if we live in the age of social media and technology, you can still feel the vibe of the person, the way that person speaks, and the way that person carries out the conversation, if that person is genuinely interested with you or not. So that's how the online dating as well goes, you know. It's basically the same thing. All right, so the third one, of course, is, did I say anything else there? Right, the third one is go hop on social media. Because there will be people who is willing to, of course, even though they have not been your clients, there will be people who will be interested with your incentive, especially if it's cash. Okay, so you can do 10% commission to the people who's going to recommend your services to other people. I think as far as services go, we can only give really 10% maximum. Because, of course, we are the ones doing the work. We are the ones spending our time creating the project. So, as much as possible, we can only give 10%. Or if not, you can have a base price and have the other person who's going to promote you, may it be a client or an affiliate partner. We call them affiliate partner. The people who are promoting us in exchange for money, we call them affiliate partners. So you can have your affiliate partner top up any amount that he or she wants, as long as he can market you successfully, right? So for example, let's talk about numbers so you have a clear picture in your head. How is it going to go? So in affiliate partnership, you can have 10% commission or 5% commission for every successful deal, right? So that means the person who recommended you is going to get 10% of, for example, $1,000 or 10% of $250. So that's option number one. Option number two is asking, it's just definitely saying like, here is my base price, and telling your affiliate to top up any amount of money that he wants, as long as he can successfully market you. So this is another thing that I do. For example, I have a base price of websites for somehow like $1,500 or $1,500. That is how much? I forgot. Like 100K, I think? No, 75? 75, I think. My God, my math is so bad. Let me calculate that one bit. Actually, the dollar just went down from 52 to 51, and I have a bad feeling that it's going to crash. But anyway, it's how the currency goes. All right, so $1,500 times 51, that is, yeah, 76,500. So for example, we have $1,500 for a website, and I'm going to tell my referrer or my client or the person who wants to recommend me, or what we call affiliate partner, hey dude, this is my base price for a website, $1,500. If you want to market me and if you want to have your very own money, then you can top up whatever amount you want in the package and you will get it. So I am already sure that I'm taking home 1,500, and whatever is beyond that, that person or the referrer or the affiliate partner is going to top up above that, he's going to get it as well. So it's like a win-win situation for the both of you. Unlike with what I was telling earlier, the affiliate commission, you're going to get that out from your base price. So it's a little bit hurtful because you're the one doing the work, right? You're the one exchanging your time for money, and you have to get a 10% slice of that to give that to your referrer or to your affiliate partner. So it's a little like it's masakit sa heart, you know. So it's I think it's a better way, a better way to do it is the option number 2, where you just have the complete base price, that's it, and then have the referrer top up whatever amount he can have, right? So that you will have a win-win situation, that whatever the result is going to be, then of course you'll have a clean base price to keep, right? All right, so if you have questions and clarifications, let me know. How long have I been live? I don't even know now. I actually have a, what do you call this? I have this pain in my chest that I don't understand. That's why I'm trying to like finish early. All right. Okay, so if you don't have questions and clarifications, let's go and end this live in 8 minutes. All right, so you have 8 minutes to type in your questions and clarifications. Let me know if you have anything else. If you have any other question about freelancing, go type it in, ask me anything. This is your time to shine. I will definitely answer your question as much as I can. All right, so yeah. Okay, so 2 ways, just to review, 2 ways of incentivizing your clients, your referrers, or what we call affiliate partners, into what? Into getting you more clients. Is the first one is getting them a % of commission, where it's a little bit painful because of course you have to work hard for that specific price and then like get a % or get a part of the pie that is 10% and give it to your referrer. Or the second one is you can have a specific base price and have your referrer or your affiliate partner top up whatever amount he or she wants to have, so that it's going to be a win-win situation. You're going to have a clean base price, take it home, all for you, and that person, that referrer, that affiliate partner is also going to take home whatever it is that he wants. Okay? So that one. Again, for you to have the power of word of mouth, firstly, you have to, of course, build your very own client base. Okay? So you have to build your client base first, and the more clients you have, the more chances of winning. It's a numbers game. The more clients that you can incentivize, the more clients that can share the word about you, the more clients are going to come back. So imagine if you have 5 clients, each of them is going to bring 2 each. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's 10 new clients coming back your way. So it's very easy to do. At least in the very first part, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's going to be hard. You have to really find your own clients. You have to find your own clients in Facebook group or in social media. And I've explained before how I did not use Upwork or FreeUp or freelancing sites, because I do direct client acquisition, and there are videos in the Facebook page about that. We already had a live video about direct client acquisition and how you can actually do that. And there's also something that's going to come out in July 22 that will be explaining more of how you can do that direct client acquisition. So I'm very excited for you to see those things, right? So we have a question from Sheena. What is your niche? So my niche is digital media, okay? So I do not have a very specific type of skill, but I have a very specific type of market. So what I do is I create websites, graphic design, and videos, and sales funnels. So sales funnels is basically just websites for entrepreneurs who are selling something actively in that website. So that's an easy way to put it in. But I do all that for online entrepreneurs that are in the health and wellness niche. So people who are coaches, people who are self-development coaches or leadership coaches, I do all of these things for them. Now, you might be wondering, like, yeah, Demi, you were telling us before that you have to be very specific with the skill and only master one skill. Why didn't you master one skill? Because it didn't appear to me that way back in the day. So what happened was I got a bunch of skills that was like everywhere. So like I knew how to do videos, I knew how to do website design, I knew how to do graphic design, and I knew how to do sales funnels. And these were things that were supposed to be just basic for me back in the day. Like, I was 16 when I started doing Photoshop. I was in high school as well when I started doing video editing for years. And I also blogged when I was in college. So like the websites, the videos, and the graphics are all like basic knowledge for me back in the day that I got to develop because I was desperate for money. So that's why I'm telling you, like, you can, of course, only choose one skill and become really, really, really good at it, or just choose one specific target market where you can offer a bunch of skill that will be beneficial to them. So that's why. Because to me, it didn't come like that where I had to only master one skill. Because that's why I'm guiding you throughout this, because this was my mistake before, which actually played a huge role as well in my freelancing career. So right now, I have so many skills. I have so many skills, and the thing is, I'm only very specific with the market that I serve. So I only serve online coaches that are in the niche of health and wellness. So I have not gym instructor. I have a health instructor. I have a leadership coach client, 2 leadership coaches. I also have one in the spiritual niche. I'm going to create one website for another spiritual coach tomorrow. So most of, like, 80% of my clients are actually coaches in that field, and then 20% of them are actually authors, which is like another part of the story of my freelancing career where I chose a different niche. All right. So yeah, so I can exactly say now that I am a digital media designer for online entrepreneurs in the health and wellness niche. So that is very specific. So I only do online, like I don't do anything physical, like print or packaging or whatever. I actually still, I actually still take on projects that are not inside my niche, but rarely. Okay, because I just know that they need help, but that's not actually the people that I'm targeting. All right. Okay, so I hope I answered the question. Sheena has a follow-up question of what specific apps do you use to build clients' website? I use WordPress basically for a website. When it comes to sales funnels already, I use ClickFunnels, Kajabi, and Lead Pages. So there are a lot of softwares out there. You just have to be because some clients also prefer a specific software. So some clients may not prefer WordPress, but they would prefer Squarespace when you are designing the website. So you also have to know those types of things. So yeah, those are the apps that I use to build a website. Yeah. Okay. So do you have any more questions and clarifications? Let me know. Let me know. So that's like a weird thing, because like most people actually don't know what I do, but they already listen to me. Like, what is it, Demi? What is it that you want to read? What can you share to us about freelancing and whatever? Yeah. So they don't know what I really do yet. But I'm going to break that belief in the very first episode of the podcast, which I don't know yet when I'm going to launch, because we're busy with the current launch of the course. So yeah. All right. So another one from Sheena: how long do you usually build a site for one project? It really depends, because mostly I can finish a website within a week. What drags the project long is the details or the elements that you need to build a website. Because I don't do copywriting, so the words in the website to make people want to click, to make people want to buy, those are called copywriting, and I don't do that. So the person or the owner of the website has to write his or her own words in the website before I can actually build that. And sometimes the people just say, oh, I want a website, but they don't actually have the elements to complete the website, like photos, like for example, products that you want to sell in the website, the copywriting, the words, the text. Sometimes they come to me for a website, but they don't have that details yet. So I have to wait until that detail is accomplished. Sometimes I don't even entertain anyone unless they have like this list of stuff that I need in order to build a website. So technically I can build it in 1 week if I don't have like interruptions like sickness or whatever that is, like lack of elements to complete the website. I can complete that in 7 business days. So that is like 5 days in a week straight and 2 days in the next week. All right. So Zara is asking, do they pay for that? So what do you mean? I mean, if they want Squarespace or ClickFunnels. Oh, okay. Yeah, they are the ones who's going to pay for the software that you're going to use. But the question is, how can you exercise that software without buying it? All right. So that's the tricky part, because there are softwares that, of course, for you to learn a software, you have to use it. And for you to use a software, you have to pay it. So there are certain provisions, like the one that I discussed in the previous live video before this one, which is the online softwares that I use. That's a previous live video last Tuesday that I did. You can always check that out and watch the replay for that. I've explained the provisions of what needs to be done if you want to use Kajabi or ClickFunnels. How much is it going to be just to explore the site or whatever. All right, yeah. But if, for example, you are doing it for a client and you already have that skill and you already know how to use that skill, then of course, yes, they're the ones who should shoulder it. Even the domain name, like the website name, when you type in something like the one that appears in the browser, for those who are not very techy, they need to pay for that. Like that is like $15 per year, and they need to pay for that. You can't pay for that because that is a recurring payment that is in subscription. Like they have to attach their credit card details to that purchase or to that payment, because of course they have to pay for it. They have to, what else? They have to be the ones who's going to pay for it every year. So you can't attach that to your credit card because that's very costly, right? So of course you have to have them shoulder the softwares, the hosting, the website name, things like that. Sometimes I even ask somebody to pay the theme for the website. You can have someone pay for it, and all you have to do is just design, right? All right. So Zara says, I agree, because now I'm trying to create my own website and learning Squarespace. That's good for you. So if you are, Zara, if you are learning Squarespace, always buy a domain name, okay? So always buy a domain name, because that's like a huge problem. And Filipino freelancers, they have a website, but they don't buy their own domain name. So how is it looking like? Can I type a text in here? Let's see. Text. Okay. All right. Let me see. So what a domain name looks like is like this. So demibernice.com. All right. So something like that, like demibernice.com. You have to buy this in order to have this .com name. So other freelancers, what they do is they use they don't buy domain names, so their websites would look like demibernice.com .wordpress.com. That means this site is owned by WordPress and it's not owned by you, so you don't you don't have complete control over it. So you have to it's like basically buying a lot and a house. So the house is the name of your website and the lot is the hosting. Right? So you have to buy that. So you would come as professional, because clients are very keen about it. I have had an encounter with someone before who is a freelancer as well, building websites for authors, and he did not have a domain name. Like literally his website has like a .wordpress.com at the end, and it comes very unprofessional and amateur. So you don't want that. So as much as possible, you have to like buy your own hosting, buy your own domain name. So you would come as professional. And of course, you have to make your clients be impressed on your abilities. And yeah, that's it. Christine is asking, do you charge a retainer fee aside from your base price? On websites, yes. You charge a retainer fee for websites because websites need maintaining, right? So this is a really good question, and actually a really good marketing idea too, to charge a retainer fee, because that would give you consistent income. Okay, imagine if somebody actually purchases a website from you and you have a retainer fee of 5K every month. That's actually very small for a retainer fee. I would say 10K per month for a retainer fee. That is $200 in USD, United States dollar, and you could have like a consistent 10K coming in every month just because you built the website and the client agreed to a 10K retainer fee every month to have his website maintained, plugins updated, technical stuff like that. And then if that person actually also wants to add in more content to the website every month, then of course you can charge more for that. But yes, do charge retainer fee. I do charge a retainer fee, but for now I am not, because most of my clients now are more on funnels, and funnels don't actually need maintaining. Like once you create it, a sales funnel, you rarely even touch it because it's automated. Like people are coming in there every single day, and then you don't need to like type in more things, and unlike website where you have to really maintain it every month. All right, so yeah. Sheena says that's awesome, because most of the client thought if you are a web designer, you're also going to provide all the contents that should. Yes. It's very important to let your client know that, hey, I'm not actually doing the the words of the website or the text, or we call that copywriting. So you can say, hey, I only designed the website, I only build it, I only set it up for you, but you're the one who has to provide the copywriting for the website. I've always done that, and I think what's the important part is actually knowing how a website actually works. Like, how can you make a visitor of a website become a customer? Like, that's a very important skill, and that includes marketing. So you don't really need to know the copywriting part of the website, but you have to know exactly how to make it work, how to make a website convert a visitor to a paying customer. All right, so yeah, so here I am again with a freaking I know, freaking killer word. Not aware about the retainer fee. Oh yeah, Okay. All right. So it's a really good question. That just gives me the idea of actually talking about these things in another video. But let me know if you have any other suggestions or clarifications. I'll end in 2 minutes. I've already extended too much. All right. So yeah, I'll end in 2 minutes. Hi Kiara. Hi Shang. Hi Adele. Hi Romana. I said hi to Diana already. And then who else do we have here? We have Joanne. Hello. And then Joycey from Bacolod. Hello. All right. Okay. So do you have any more questions? Are you brewing some course in web designing? Actually, I do not have a specific course on web design, but what I am planning to teach is ClickFunnels, Kajabi, and Lead Pages. These are sales pages or sales funnel design, but I'll think about it if I'm going to include WordPress on it. But it's very similar to these 3 softwares that I'm planning to teach. So I'll think about it if I'm going to include WordPress there. Okay. But it's a good idea. I will consider it. I will consider putting the WordPress into the course, the scale course that I'm going to make. It's just that it's what do you call this? Like for example, I don't want to teach graphic design because graphic design is a creative skill. Like you can't just randomly teach someone like, hey, this is how you can make a graphic look good. Like you can't have a specific formula and how you can make something look good because it's aesthetic. Like it's something that a person has to completely do and merge into that specific thing for hours and hours to come up with it. So it's like creativity, you can't teach creativity, but you have to keep on doing it to become creative, right? Zara says please already, and Sheena says that was great, I'm in. Yeah. Okay, so actually we're currently in the middle of launching the freelancing or marketing course first. So the skill course might take a while because I don't want to keep on launching courses. Like that's a lot of work, but I will definitely take time into thinking about it and already already outlining the things for that so we can plan it out, and hopefully before the end of the year we can have that launched. Okay, so that's what I can tell you. I cannot promise when the skill course is going to be, but as much as possible would like that to be before the end of the year, because next year we'll be focusing more on the live events, because that's really the goal, is to have like live events every year. Okay? Yes, right. Okay, so I think I'll go now because it's already 9:33 and I'm getting sleepy. And I know you are too. So thank you so much for spending the time with me tonight. Diana, Rowena, Shang, Adele, Kara, Sheena, who else? Mary Rose, Venus, Joanne, Zara, Joycey, Christine, and yeah. Thank you so much for spending your time with me tonight, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!